Greetings to everyone. This is Ama LightWorker with a live Akashic reading for each and every sign of the zodiac for the month of December 2024. If this is your first time with me, welcome. Please consider subscribing. This way, you are going to be notified every time that I post a video and every time that I do a live stream. Select the all option once you click on the bell icon. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back to visit my channel. It is a pleasure reconnecting with each and every one of you through these live streams. Do send me a chat. Let me know where is it that you are chatting from. Blue Eyes, how are you? For those of you who celebrated Thanksgiving yesterday in America, happy Thanksgiving. I also celebrate it here, and it just coincides with a lot of other holidays that happen to be in my country as well. I'm going to give a little time to everybody to be notified from YouTube, so you have enough time to log in your YouTube channels to watch me. And I have Rebecca here. How are you, Rebecca? Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Saida, if I am pronouncing your name correctly, from France. How are you? So November is not quite over yet. It has been very, very intense, at the very least, very intense emotionally. A lot of people had either medical emergencies or they had to help someone else who are struggling with their health. So it has been a significant and meaningful month for a lot of people. Chrissy from New Hampshire, thank you for thinking of me. You got a head cold for Thanksgiving. I'm sorry to hear that. Deborah Ann from Michigan. Must be really cold over there during this time of the year, Deborah. Okay, and Saida, thank you again. Happy Thanksgiving. And before I start with each and every zodiac sign, please allow me to remind you that I am still offering the Rebirth package, which is a package channeled exclusively from the Akashic records. It includes 3 different healings: one for money blockages, cords, unwanted cords, anything that may be negatively affecting money in your life, whether it is connected to this lifetime, a past lifetime, ancestors, your belief system, and also vows taken, etc., etc. And it's the same thing for love and relationships, and also for health. These are healings that are done exclusively through the Akashic records. So, as a package deal, the value of it, again, the value is assigned from the Akashic records because they do the work. I just channel through them. They also assign numbers and a value to it. It is an exchange of energy. So the energy exchange for the rebirth package is 444 US dollars. It also includes a gift for you. The gift includes 3 free energy clearings and 3 free love frequency channeled from Jesus Christ. So you get a lot of free gifts with that one. It is still available until the end of the month. It's not going to be necessarily available at the same price anymore in January 2025. In addition to that, if you like to purchase the VIP package, the original value of it was $1,000 for 12 weeks. Right now, until the end of December, before January 2025, the value for it that I was given for it is 800 US dollars. It will include the rebirth package, the free 3 energy clearing, 3 low frequency healing, and in addition to that, you get every week for 12 weeks a service that is channeled for you according to what the Akashic records feel that is necessary for you to do each and every week. So, with both services, basically, we meet once a week online, and we take it from there. This is not something that you can transfer to another person, because once I start the healing with you, I need to be working with you. Thank you to everybody who purchased the rebirth package. I had an incredible experience. I will have them write me a testimonial if anybody wants to hear from them, because every time that I work with a client, every time that I channel energy, I also benefit from the healing, because a lot of energy needs to go through me. So it was an incredible experience for me as well. So let me know if you have any more questions, or if you are curious to know more about the packages. Don't hesitate to email me at amalightworker@gmail.com, so you can get answers to your questions that you may have about packages or other services that I offer. Now, the healing about money, about love, relationships, and about health may also be purchased as an individual service, not necessarily as a package. And the value for that is $150. You may not necessarily find this information on my website. If you'd like to check out my website and other services that I offer, please visit www.amalightworker.com. And again, don't hesitate to email me at amalightworker@gmail.com to book a service if you have any questions. If you'd like me to train you to become an Akashic Records practitioner and an Akashic Records teacher, again, contact me. Okay, amalightworker@gmail.com. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hi, Chrissy. How are you? Okay, so let's begin with the first sign of the zodiac. Please listen for your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. Aries, December 2025. You are going to feel that you are more active than usual. You're going to feel more inclined and to take action and to be goal oriented. However, you are going to have your days where you're going to feel that you just need to rest and be quiet. You are going to be doing a lot of inner reflection, because for some of you, it's like you're going to come to a big realization. Where have you been? How far you have gotten? Whether is there a situation that is getting out of control, and what do you need to do about it? Many of you are on the verge of some sort of a big financial blessing that may show up for you in the next 3 months, but you may be planting the seeds for it in December 2025. For some of you, it feels like a blessing, a financial blessing that may be showing up for you in the next 3 months through an estate, the settlement of an estate, an inheritance, some small win through a lottery, like something small, but it's going to feel like a blessing, and also an increase in your earning potential, getting a raise, or even getting like a big bonus that may be showing up for you at this time through your work. But for those of you who maybe you are self-employed, or you have a business, there's going to be a huge shift in prices, products. You're going to come up with a whole new strategy, with a whole new plan about turning a better profit for your business. Careful not to upset yourself. Don't take everything too personally, especially if you have a partner. Okay, whether you live with this partner, you are married to them, you're seeing somebody. Okay, so for some of you, emotions could be running high, but at the end of the day, everything is fine. But you may want to clear the air about something, have a real talk with your partner. For some of you, you are going to feel some sort of a mistrust if you are somebody who has shared finances with somebody else. could be a family member, could be a business partner. So you may be asking about the receipts, proof of income, proof of payments. So you're going to want to be on top of everything because there's something about a circumstance or about a person that to you feels a little fishy. So you feel that you need to be careful around this person. May not necessarily be about money for each and every one of you. It could be that you may be feeling suspicious about something else or not fully trusting a person. Okay, so unless you have proof, okay, don't jump on conclusions, but be careful. Something comes back to you from your past. Could be praise. You thought you were going to be valued for that before. Maybe you gave some advice to somebody, help. Maybe you did a great job this year and you didn't feel that you were appreciated enough. Now, for some reason, the praise or the results that you thought you were going to have some time ago, it happens now, and you are more than happy to receive. You are going to be dealing with some minor delays in travels, in financial transactions. Okay, anything that you may be doing online, there could be some delays, but everything is very resolvable. Pay attention to the cash flow because I'm shown that for some of you, you're looking for cash and you open your wallet, on all you have is credit cards, and you may want to make sure that throughout December you have enough cash in your wallet. I hope that this is making sense to you, Aries. And it feels like this Christmas, something is going to happen, and you're going to either be very shocked or very surprised by it in a good way. You are either going to receive some very weird and bizarre gifts this Christmas, or you could be the one gifting to others like funny gifts or some bizarre gifts. So let me know how that turns out for you, Aries. Taurus. Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. December 2025. Hold your horses. Pay attention. You are going to have a tendency to overspend, to pay for something more than it is worth. Some of you are going to substitute something that is lacking emotionally through by going through a shopping spree. Okay, so don't go shopping when you feel emotional. Some of you are preparing to finalize something that has been hanging over your head. Some of you may be getting ready to finalize a project, something that you're working on that is work related. Some of you are getting ready to finally proceed with some sort of a divorce proceedings or situations about a divorce. Some of you are going to be dealing with Section 8, food stamps, something that you qualify like financial aid, maybe that you get from the government assistance. If you have children with somebody, there's going to be some situations that need to be rearranged again, reviewed again when it comes to child support or schedules around children. If you have shared properties with another person, okay, again, you may have to review the arrangements, okay, around these shared properties and shared assets. That's going to be the case for some of you. For many of you, it's not going to feel like you are gaining anything much financially, but that is just an illusion. Right now in December, I mean, I'm doing this in November, but they want me to say right now in December, you are going to be planting seeds that are going to help you eventually to generate more money. Between December 2024 and the upcoming 6 months or so, it feels that You are going to be guided, divinely guided, to take the right course of action, one after the other, tiny little steps that ultimately are going to reward you financially in the most unexpected and surprising ways. This is the time for you to go over your budget, your gains, your losses. Not necessarily that you have financial issues, but it's a great time to plan financially for what is to come, whether you need to plan for the next 6 months, the next year, or the next 5 years. I'm seeing a lot of you focusing on IRA, IRA, pensions, retirement funds. You may be dealing with investments right now. So, getting your financial matters in order. You may be feeling a little bit disappointed. It feels that if you are somebody who, I don't know, maybe you have a crush on someone, and it doesn't matter whether you are married or not, you may be feeling drawn to somebody. For some reason, you may end up feeling a little bit disappointed. Pay attention that you are not exaggerating your own feelings. If you find yourself being strongly gravitating toward another person in a romantic circumstance, something that you did in the past around this time could be exposed, could be a lies, could be a situation that you try to cover, maybe to protect someone else, could be about some financial aspect, financial dealings, could be a circumstance that involves cheating, not being honest, cheating on a partner, a spouse, or betraying somebody. They confided in you and then you didn't keep that confidence. So situations like this that arise from the past could be returning once more. But again, this doesn't apply to everybody. It feels that for those of you who have sacrificed for others unconditionally, it feels, especially for your children around this time can really feel, interactions with them can really feel rewarding. Some of you may be receiving good news about a child or a grandchild getting engaged, married, or expecting a child around this time. So, when it comes to children that you may have in your life, okay, you are going to feel a blessing coming to you from children. However, you may want to keep under wraps personal situations, like don't reveal too much too soon, especially if you are just getting to know someone new in your life, if you are just getting to date someone. So focus on what you can do, that focus on what is within your reach, and give away your worries, or the rest of the intentions, to the universe. Don't be too stuck up in the past, or don't be too stuck up in what potentially might have been. I hope, Taurus, that this is making sense to you. Gemini. Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Moon, December 2025. For many of you, congratulations are in order. Some work that you have done, some work that you are doing right now is going to get a great deal of praise. You may be getting praise in a work related situation, something that you are doing for your family. You may be somebody may be coming to you and feeling very, very grateful for what you are doing for family, extended family, something that you are doing to keep the family together, whether you are helping financially or whether you are helping to support them emotionally or in other ways. If you do have children, if you work with children, if you care for children, they are going to be a little bit too much to handle for you. You are not always going to be calm around the children. So make sure that you also have your alone time, you also have your downtime, so that you don't spend all of your time tending to the needs of children or tending to the needs of others. Balance is the key in December, because for some of you, you may be having some little health issues like a sore throat, maybe a little bit of sinuses issues for those of you who tend to have those. I don't know, for some reason I'm seeing some of you feeling a little anxious or grinding your teeth, so minor issues here and there, but you may want to check in with a doctor if you feel like even mild symptoms of anything. You are also going to feel emotionally rewarded. For some of you, you're going to have significant and meaningful moments between you, your love partner, your spouse, because there's going to be a moment where you truly need to be deeply, deeply sincere, okay, with the good and the bad. Not everything in life is positive, not everything in life is negative. So, for some of you, it's going to be a wake up call to get a full picture of your love life, your connection with your significant others, with your significant other. So, it's about you comprehending the situation with the good and the bad, and ultimately having to make a very informed decision as to what do you need to do next in this relationship, what feels right for you, what is the next step, whether you need to reinforce this relationship, move in together, be sexual together, be more romantic. What do you need to do to feel that you are bonding better? So that is a step that you will know deep in your heart that it feels right to you, and it's going to be different for different Geminis. But from the majority of you, it feels like you are going to choose to strengthen that connection. Pay attention around expenses. You may purchase stuff and then later you find out that you could have purchased the same stuff for cheaper in a different website, in a different store. So a lot of you may be dealing with returns, possibly returning stuff or issues having to return something, a package, mail. Pay attention that you are double checking every email, that you are not sending the wrong emails, you are comprehending the information being presented to you, whether the information being presented to you is through a documentary, a text, paperwork, voicemail, or emails. Something minor may be lost temporarily in the mail, but then will be returning to you. For a lot of you Geminis, this feels like a great time to reconnect with people that maybe you haven't seen in a while, running into people from your past, organizing get togethers. So it's also about you understanding what do you need now to feel connected? What do you need now to feel disconnected from negative people, negative circumstances, negative energies? So don't be surprised if you get to know your own self, Gemini, under a completely different light. It's like, hello, this has been me all the time, and I had no idea. So there's always a new aspect of yourself that you are going to get to know. Choose your words carefully, whether you are posting something on social media, whether you are addressing an important issue with somebody, because words can be very important and meaningful, and you want to make sure that you are conveying exactly what you wanted to convey. So, spoken words are going to be important, written words are going to be important. So, double check anything that you are writing, especially everything that you may be agreeing to, anything that you may be signing. Some of you could be signing important documents about properties, real estate, inheritances, job contracts. I see job contracts, job offers coming your way for some of you, and partnership agreements as well. I hope that this is making sense to you, Gemini. Now let's move to Cancer. Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon. December 2024. There could be news potentially about a move. You could be preparing to move now. You may be preparing in the near future to move. So you could be making plans, arrangements, or receiving news about possibly moving next year. For some of you, I see you packing, unpacking, dusting things off. I see a lot of boxes. Some of you are selecting clothes. Some of you are selecting toys. Some of you are selecting Christmas decorations. I see many of you Cancerians having to go through a list, like you're making a list. Could be a shopping list. It could be like you setting an intention, making a list of your goals. So overall, it's going to feel like a very productive month, as long as, yes, you create a list, things to do, but also make sure that it's realistic, that you are not putting yourself like you have like so many things to do that is difficult for you to achieve everything. So make sure that you are not overestimating your power. Okay, so for some reason, it feels in order for you to achieve everything and to feel productive in December, less is more. I see a lot of you having issues with your feet, like slippery eyes. You may, okay, pay attention to that. Some of you may be having some issues with shoes. You may want to purchase new shoes that are more comfortable, getting a foot massage. So some minor issues with feet. But again, you may be feeling very clumsy in December. So pay attention, clumsiness, especially when it comes to falling accidents or slipping on ice, especially. You may be dealing with a circumstance in which you feel that the other person or other people involved, they're hiding the truth, or they purely are in denial. Okay, and you are going to feel that maybe it's not the exact moment to have a conversation, to deal with the situation, because the other person or the other people involved in it are still in denial. So that's going to be very clear to you. And at that point, you are going to make a decision. How much do you want to be involved with this person? It doesn't matter who this person is, or it doesn't matter who this group of people are. Would you like to associate with them, not associate with them? Do you need to have boundaries? So for some of you, you are going to have to make important decisions about certain people in your life, even online communities that you may belong to, social clubs that you may belong to, social groups that you may belong to. Something that you thought was lost or misplaced, either suddenly you find it, or maybe he has to deal with a shipping problem. They find it and it comes back to you. I'm seeing items lost in suitcases, travel issues, minor delays with travel and travel arrangements. You may also be dealing with visa, travel documents, preparing to do some major paperwork that involves a citizenship matter, renewing a passport, or an immigration matter. So some of you may be preparing paperwork. It feels like some of you are on the verge of getting married, but you need to have the paperwork in order for you to go through the legal marriage procedure. You may be consulting an attorney, you may be consulting a lawyer. Some of you may be talking to a coach, a life coach, a fitness coach. You may be talking to a doctor. So it feels like you are consulting with somebody who gives advice. It could be a spiritual mentor, it could be a priest, it could be a religious figure. So it feels like you are attracting good advice. Okay, so in anything that may be coming up, anything that you need, it feels like good advice is coming your way, whether it's being offered to you or it shows up for you through a message in a book, during a class, through a psychologist, through a dream. So it feels like pay attention to angels, because you are also going to receive a lot of angel messages in the month of December. I hope that this is making sense to you, Cancer. Leo, Leo Sun, Leo Rising, and Leo Moon. So Leo Sun, Rising, and Moon for December 2025. There could be issues or situations around fertility, children, children's health, pregnancies. For some of you, it's going to feel like a blessing. There could be some surprising news coming to you about children that you have in your life. Some of you are going to be very worried, especially if you have young children, if they catch a cold or they get sick in some ways. And I'm also seeing you making plans for the holidays. Not everything is going to go according to the plan, but it may turn out to be a blessing. So you may have to deal with minor delays. I'm seeing some of you uh, dealing with finances. And around this time, it could be that some cash finds you. Somebody may be gifting to you a gift of cash. Cash may or money may show up to you for you through a bonus, a raise. So there are good things overall showing up for you through your work career. For some of you, it's going to be through investments. If you have a business, you run a business for somebody else, or maybe you are self employed, you are going to go through some sort of a renewal of everything. You may be going over your website to make changes, social media pages that you may have. So it's going to be like a huge revamping of everything. Any minor changes or even bigger changes that you may implement right now in your life, in your diet, about your health, in your home life, in a relationship, in a business you have, on your social media, in a website that you may have, on a project that you may be working, is going to turn out to be very effective, even though you may not understand it right away. So it could be time to change something, to make tiny little changes, and it's going to bring you great results. Pay attention to your teeth, the health around your teeth. Some of you may have to deal with minor or major dental work in the upcoming 2025. So it feels like a precaution trying to help you to prevent something from happening. So pay attention to oral hygiene. If this is not about you, it could be about your children or a spouse. So someone around you, if it's not you, someone around you will have some major dental issues coming up in the month of December and on, and even throughout 2025. I'm also seeing many Leos making a list and crossing things over. A list of items, a to-do list, a list of people, going over the calendar. I'm doing this in this date and at this time, and checking things off one by one. Something is going to happen. You're going to feel like you took something off your shoulders, and you're going to feel very, very relieved. So for some of you, you may be dealing with some sort of a breakthrough. Okay, and you're going to feel very, very relieved. So, and it's going to feel like a blessing. I don't feel that you have to do anything for it. This breakthrough may find you, and just like that, you're going to feel that you are suddenly now connecting to a different energy, pure energy, more loving energy, and not so much being attached to negative situations, negative people, or negative energies. I'm seeing a lot of you being very interested in energy work, or more particularly feng shui for some reason, Leo. And I'm also seeing some of you who are single being invited to go out on a date. You may be thinking on inviting somebody out on a date. I see some attraction here that happens for you, Leo. You could be the one thinking of proposing to somebody. Okay, in the month of December. So let me know how that goes. I hope that this is making sense to you, Leos. Next sign, Virgo. Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon, December 2024. Don't panic and don't freak out, because you may have a tendency to freak out over little details, especially when it comes to family gatherings, celebrations, office parties. And I'm also seeing some of you having to deal with some work, something that you have on your computer, and it's lost. But I also keep hearing that not everything is lost. Okay. So it's very important that you back up your work. You may have to deal with some technological issues in December. If it's not your computer or your laptop, could be phones, could be other technology involved that it needs fixing, it's not working, but everything is retrievable. So that's what I keep getting for you, Virgos. In some ways, the December would also feel like a blessing to you because you're going to feel that now you have more time to reconnect with friends that you haven't seen in a while, relatives you haven't seen in a while. But I'm also getting something around a mother or a circumstance involving a mother. Okay, they may need more time and more attention from you right now. You may want to help them in some ways. It could be about her health, or it could be about a woman in your life that to you feels like a mother or has the mother's energy. Some of you are going to be receiving messages from spirit, loved ones that have crossed over. They may be showing up for you in your dreams. You may be finding like old photos, old pictures, thinking of them. So you are going to find yourself actually wondering about life and death and communication with dead people. You may be feeling a little bit more spiritual than before. So you're going to have those bittersweet moments, especially if you're traveling to meet people or people are traveling to meet you. If you are a Virgo who has to take an important test, an important examination, maybe you're still taking classes, maybe you have to go through a training, okay? It feels like you work at it and it goes well, but you're going to feel very anxious because you're not going to know the results right away. Some of you around this time may want to apply about getting a license, a permit, it could be about construction. It could be about a car permit, renewing a license. So it's all about getting your affairs in order, documentation in order for you to get a certification, a degree, diploma, a license, a permit. You may have to deal with the government in some ways. And if you have applied for anything, I'm seeing something being delivered to you with the seal of approval. May also be about Section 8, could be about a raise, could be about a visa, could be about that permit that you have applied. So something is being stamped, approved, and being sent to you. So you are given the green light to go ahead and proceed with something. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Virgos. Libra, Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon. You may have to deal with properties, okay? Homes, fixing stuff around, helping somebody else with their home, real estate, or property circumstance. Many of you are going to be weighing your options. You may be calculating the pros and the cons about a relationship, about a business partnership, about moving or not moving, buying or selling. But it does feel that whatever you initiate now in December, in January 2025, it will give you great results, or maybe it starts now and it gets completed in January. I'm getting a similar message for you as well, Libra. So you are going to be given the green light to go ahead and proceed with something. Could be about paperwork, could be that in the workplace you are asking for something, could be about a project, something gets approved. Okay, so now you are given the green light to go ahead and proceed with something. I'm seeing some of you be more active in media, social media. Some of you could be working on a book, on a creative project, could be about painting, could be about a screenplay, could be about arts and crafts, but it feels like you are putting something together. You may also be working on gifts that you're going to make yourself for this holiday season. I'm seeing more profit than usual for those of you who happen to be either self-employed or maybe you have a business. I see you introducing new services, new products, new packages. um, somebody is going to consult you about, or you're going to consult with somebody about finances, taxes. You could be consulting with somebody about money. They're going to help you a lot with practical advice and practical help when it comes to how you handle your money. How can you increase the money flow? How can you make a better profit? You may be even taking courses about it. You may be hiring a financial expert. You could be talking about investments, and maybe you talk to an expert about it. So it's more so about preparing you with the knowledge, the information that you need before you go ahead and you spend a lot of money on something like a car, a house, investing your money in some sort of investment, okay, or taking the money out of an investment. So it feels like big preparation. You're preparing for something financially to come in, maybe in the next few months. Some of your Libras are preparing yourself for the possibility of eventually living with somebody, moving together, joining forces together, joining your finances together, bank accounts, your assets together, even preparing for some sort of a future merger. Okay. But for some of you, it feels a little bit more personal. Maybe you're thinking of either moving in with somebody or getting married. So you are preparing about how you're going to merge your lifestyles and your finances and your assets and everything and your families and everything else together. Don't set your goals too high because you may have a tendency to be a little bit disappointed. Some people may disappoint you. They may show up. They may show up early. They may show up late. They may not show up at all. Okay, so give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, so it feels like you're going to feel more stronger in your own beliefs, in your own intuition, your psychic abilities. So you're going to experience an increase in your self-esteem. Okay, you are getting to know your own inner courage, your inner self. Who you thought you were, who you believed yourself to be, may be completely different. And you may discover something about yourself that you are very much going to like. Okay, there is an aspect of you that you haven't discovered yet about yourself. And you may just fall in love with yourself, with this new aspect of yourself, how you look, the changes that you are making in your life, how you feel internally. It's important to genuinely love yourself because that's how you begin to genuinely love others and to attract more love and more abundance in your life. And I'm talking about a healthy relationship with yourself. So for many of you Libras, you are going to be able to experience that, especially if you had to go through a faith crisis or some sort of a crisis with your own self-esteem or self-value. So when it comes to your inner worlds, everything turns around for the better. You're going to feel much better than before. I hope that this is making sense to you, Libras. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon, December 2024. There is a sense that in some ways you are on a roller coaster, but there's also this sense that you are also slowing down. So it's going to be a combination of, again, a lot to do in December, but also having those days where nothing is happening. To you, it feels like you're pushing through and you are not having the breakthrough that you want. But all is good in spite of how it may look initially. There's going to be some problems here organizing get-togethers and making sure that everybody has to gather everybody on the same day at the same time, but it's still very, very possible. For some of you, work is going very well. Okay, you may be dealing with new situations at work. You're going to feel very creative. Your creative juices are going to come running. You may come up with brilliant ideas. If you are creative, you are going to create something that feels especially important. And if it doesn't reward you now, it may end up rewarding you later. Some of you are going to be creating new stuff that you are going to introduce to others. It could be through a presentation at work, having to speak at a meeting. It could be something that you present on your social media. So it feels like all eyes are on you, Scorpio. There's the chance that some of you may feel reconnected to a friend from the past, a lover from your past. Um, you may be dealing with people from way, way, way back when, reminiscing over the past, or even talks about going to visit a place where either you were born or where you were raised. Because I'm seeing some of you talking about a new neighborhood and also talking about the old neighborhood. Around this time, there could be a circumstance that potentially may require for you to move homes or to change neighborhoods, potentially eventually having to move, but it feels like a blessing. So some sort of an opportunity opens up for some of the Scorpios that would enable you to move, if not now in December, in the next 6 months or so. Pay attention to your finances, because I'm seeing many of you moving money from one account to another account, having to deal with investments, closing one account, opening another one. So there's going to be a lot of focus on your finance, and you are going to carefully analyze everything, especially for those of you who around this time you may have to deal with buying and selling a property, having to deal with inheritance, having to help a family member to sort out their financial affairs, potentially the settlement of an estate. So these may be things that may be happening now, and they may be resolved in the next upcoming months. But for some of you, these are situations that are already happening, and they may come to a completion or to a conclusion in December 2024. You may feel a little bit disappointed initially from a dating circumstance, especially if you are dating someone new. Maybe you don't know them well. Maybe you are a little bit hesitant about getting to know them better. So you may have to make some important decisions in love and dating, who to date or who not to date anymore, go out with anymore, for some of you Scorpios. For the rest of the Scorpios who are in well-established relationships or married, everything seems to go well, but you're going to have a little bit of a hard time finding one-to-one time with your partner. It feels like around the end of December, you're going to have many wonderful surprises coming your way. How money is going to show up for you in December, it's going to be surprising for you as well. And there is a promise of either a raise coming up. It may be approved now, but it's going to kick in the next few months. So some raise or a bonus coming your way that is well earned. So something that you earned through your work is immediately being activated in December or in the next few years. But either or, you are being given the green light that more money is coming in the near future, Scorpio. Take better care of yourself. You may have some stomach sensitivities, stomach issues, throat issues. Okay, so take better care of yourself. So make your health a priority in December. Rest. It's okay to party. Okay, but make sure that you are getting plenty of rest, you are getting plenty of water, hydration, and plenty of good quality sleep throughout December. I hope that this is making sense to you, Scorpios. Sagittarius. Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, Sagittarius Moon for December 2025. Busy, busy, busy. There's a lot of travel. There's a lot of travel arrangements for future travels. So if you felt that your life was stale, now it feels like something that you used to love and you weren't doing that. Now it picks up again. Could be travel, could be your business, could be your work, could be a hobby. But I'm seeing people coming to visit you, you're traveling to visit them. I'm seeing a lot of important events where you are being shown to me in like beautiful hotels, beautiful ballrooms, beautiful scenery around you. Could be holiday related events that you are invited to. So it all goes well, but at the same time, you are warned uh, to make sure that you are also getting enough rest, because you may be tiring yourself. So make sure that you are estimating physically what you can do, what is possible for you to do, financially, what you can do, emotionally, what you can give in December. And also, you got to be a little bit more open to receive. For some of you, I see some sort of an attraction that happens. Could be a sexual attraction, could be a romantic attraction. So the situation, the scenario is going to be different for all of you. But I'm also seeing many of you Sagittarians connecting with new people, creating new friendships, connecting with a whole new group of people to be friends with. So if you have not found your soul group yet, you are going to find at the very least one big soul group showing up for you in December. So for some of you, people are going to show up either to be with you, to rejoice with you during this holiday season, maybe to help you. For those of you who may be feeling a little bit under the weather, or to guide you, to give you some advice about a business you may have, about finances, about love and relationships. The important thing is that when you need help, the right people will show up for you. I see you having a great deal of luck and fortune connecting with people who live abroad, traveling foreign cultures, working with foreign people. I'm seeing many of you having to deal with transactions, financial transaction with foreign currency, foreign countries. And it feels like some work that you have done in the past, now it comes back to reward you. Some of you may be considering either buying a property, selling a property, buying a car, selling a car. So you may be dealing with luxury experiences, luxury items around this time. And you are also going to feel very generous with your significant other, a spouse, someone you're dating, someone that with whom you are emotionally involved. You're going to feel very generous toward them in this month of December 2025. And pay attention to any, when sometimes, I don't know how to put this. Some people sew and there's a needle. You may be poking yourself. You may be sewing something with thread and needle, knife. So anything that is pointy, glass, mirrors that may be breaking. So pay attention with sharp edges, because you may be cutting yourself accidentally. Okay. And if you are somebody who has issues with the nose, breathing, sinuses issues, they could be a little bit more aggravated than usual. So take care of yourself and any repetitive issues that you may have, like chronic conditions that may be flaring up a little bit in December for some of you Sagittarians. So I hope that this is making sense to you. Now let's go to the next sign, Capricorn. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon for December 2024. Something may be offered to you, a solution to get out of a circumstance, to get out of a contract, to get out of an agreement. For some of you, it could be that there is a business partnership or a collaboration to partner up with someone to work either on a project, to be friends, to create a business together in some ways, or to create content together. Some of you are going to create new content that you are going to post on social media, especially for those of you who are interested in gaining more followers, posting more videos, materials, whatever you do out there on social media. So partnerships and collaborations in December are going to be very important and very lucky. Around this time, some of you may be interested in maybe taking classes, maybe taking courses, going through a training. If you already took a course, a class, or a training, some of you are going to refresh your memory about it. So maybe open the books, okay, talking to other classmates. So there's going to be a need or a desire for you to renew your previous knowledge or previous trainings. I see some of you being mentioned on social media. Somebody may be giving you a shout out. You may be, if you already are on social media, you're going to find a way to monetize about it to make more money. If this is not you per se, your work, your company may be mentioned a little bit more than usual on social media. You may be dealing with advertisements around this time. I'm seeing a job offer that may be offered to many of you between December 2024 and January 2025. It could be an offer that drops in your life. It could be a job offer that comes to you through the same company or through a different company. And for some of you, it could be that around this time, a promotion could be in the works. So, not necessarily a raise, a promotion, because I see some of you preparing to move up in your career from being a manager to something higher, or from being a simple employee to a supervisor, manager, whatever the chain in command of command happens to be. And I'm seeing many of you working with the law of attraction, writing things in a journal or in a diary, working with a vision board. So you may be following like a guru or a spiritual a teacher. You may be interested in astrology around this time, taking astrology courses or classes, or hiring an astrologer to do your chart. So it feels like there's a need for you to reach beyond what is visible to the naked eye. There's a need for you to discover spirit, metaphysics, connecting to God, or understanding your faith or what's going on internally better for you. Like, is there anything else beyond these worlds? So, for some of you, it could be a very deep thinking type of month where you're going to go and reflect on personal issues, but also reflecting about issues of humanity and what is happening in the world right now. Even for you, I don't know which sign I got a gift of cash, but even for you, I'm seeing cash coming your way from multiple sources, or even gifts of cash coming your way. And it feels like you're going to be thinking about how to invest or what to do with this cash, or whether to buy gifts or how to spend it. So if you are in doubt, the Akashic Records recommend for you that you invest in having an experience. Okay, invest in gifting to yourself an experience. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Capricorn. Now we have Aquarius, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. You may be feeling a little bit disappointed by some people, but at the same time, you're going to feel very elevated, very happy for what other people are providing for you, what they're offering to you, their support. I see that for some reason you expected money to show up for you through one thing, through a business venture, a sale, through work, a paycheck, but yet somehow money shows up for you through a new venue, a new way. So you may just be tapping in a new way for you to give you money, whether it is through a business venture, some work that you're going to be doing online, a side hustle, or something that you create with your own talent, skill, especially if you are a creative type of person. So now something starts to pay you off. You may be selling an article, you may be selling a book deal, you may reach an agreement about a screenplay, You may be selling your art, arts and crafts. I see some of you being very successful on Etsy. Either you sell on Etsy or you purchase good stuff with a very affordable price on Etsy. Etsy is being very highlighted for many of you Aquarians at this time. I don't know why, but there's also a sense that you are going to be very surprised with your love life, whether you are in an established relationship with a person married, or whether this is a new attraction or a new relationship that may show up for you now. Either or. If you are involved with somebody, you thought you know your spouse, but they may end up surprising you in a good way. But at the same time, how love may show up, romantic love, sexual attraction may show up for you in December, that may also end up surprising you in some ways, Aquarius. And another thing that they're telling me about you, they're saying don't put all of your eggs in one basket. For some of you, this could be about love, could be about money, could be about don't put all of your hopes in one thing. It's going to be different to different Aquarians out there, but keep in mind this recommendation. Okay, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Pay attention to your tendency to get headaches, or if it is cold where you live, you may want to take better care of your self. Um, you may be dealing with a sense that somebody has an emergency of some sort and they may be asking you to help them in some ways. So there is the sense that everything is a chaos, but it's an organized chaos, and at the end of the month, you're going to be able to achieve a lot more that you were going to be able to achieve. I hope that that makes sense to you. And now the last sign is Pisces. Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, and Pisces Moon. December 2025. It's a time of a big spiritual awakening for many of you. You're going to have, at the very least, one light bulb moment, if not multiple of them, where you're going to come to huge realizations. Some of you may be suddenly out of nowhere downloading messages from spirit. Your dreams are going to be very important. You're going to feel that your beliefs are now shifting. If you belong to a certain if you believed in a philosophy, political views, religion, faith, okay, that may all be shifting and changing for you. You are now going to feel that that was the old you and it doesn't resonate with you anymore, whether it is a person that you with whom you are in a relationship with, married to a group of people that you associate yourself with, friends, old friendships, even your old job or your old professional, your old work. It feels like now you don't feel that you are the same person anymore. So these old beliefs, this old group of people, this old job, this old profession, you don't associate with it as you used to. So for some of you, you are going to be going through a retrospective and thinking about what changes do you need to make. You are now attracting new people, new opportunities, new situations that resonate better with who you are becoming, Pisces. Don't shy away from who you are becoming. It's okay to change. Nobody is going to stay the same forever. But for you, Pisces, you are encouraged to embrace in yourself. You are becoming who you were meant to be, to live your life to the fullest potential, to achieve the higher purpose on your life. So, the next 2 years of your life, 2025 and 2026, you are going to see yourself changing, transforming, blooming. Okay, your life is going to feel much different, but also much better that you could have ever imagined. And it may feel a little bit uncomfortable as this is happening, but it feels like what is about to happen in 2025 is going to be deeply important. Again, it feels like your life is going to bloom and flourish in multiple areas of your life. I see sexual healing. I see marriages for some of you. I see finally getting out of a bad relationship and getting that divorce for some of you. Some of you are going to end up working your way up, okay? Of becoming a manager or a CEO, creating your own company for some of you, and you may feel drawn to charity work. You may feel drawn to volunteer. You may find something that you like to contribute to for the sake of humanity, or maybe you're going to associate yourself with a charity foundation, an organization. So it feels like as you are evolving, you are also going to feel the need that you also want to contribute to the life of others. You are closely going to follow what's happening politically with certain politicians, whether that is happening in your country or other countries in the political arena that you have an interest in. You are going to be shocked by news or celebrities, what's happening with celebrities, news of a celebrity passing, or a well-known figure, something may be happening to them in around this time. You may not usually follow this type of stuff, but it's going to be all over the news, so it's not like you can avoid listening to it or hearing about it. So big things are happening emotionally and internally, even though right now it feels like nothing big is happening in your life. Please know, Pisces, that the bigger transformation is happening internally. And it can be that between January, March, and May 2025, that's where you start to see the results and the bigger blessings coming to you as a result of what you are feeling internally. Okay, what's happening with your emotional life right now in December 2025. I hope that that made sense to all of you. Thank you to everybody for staying until the very last sign with me. I see Liz, I see Jay. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. V. Calder, how are you? Abstract Wellness, how are you? Small Wild Flowers. Okay, so make sure that when you subscribe to my channel, you also turn on the notification, and it's going to give you three choices. Choose the first option that says all. So this way you are going to be notified for all of the activities on my channel. So allow me to remind you again that the rebirth package is available for the value of $444. This is the value that is assigned from the Akashic records, but it is channeled through them. You can also, and there's plenty of free gifts that come with that. You can also purchase individual healings. The VIP package is at a major discount right now before January, so it's a huge discount from $1,000 for 12 weeks. It's at $800 for 12 weeks. Okay, let me know if you have questions about it, any of the packages, any of the individual services, or if you are interested to be an Akashic Records practitioner and teacher like me. I can train you and I can also certify you about it. So let me know if you have any comments in the comment section down here below in the chat. My email is amalightworker@gmail.com. My website is www.amalightworker.com. You're going to find all of the necessary information posted right here in the show more description box. I would appreciate it if some of you will help me to now that I'm done with the reading, to put the timestamps for each and every zodiac sign. Hi, Irina T. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me know how the month will be going. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. Happy holiday season. And I will reconnect with you again in the next video. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.